Welcome to Dodger Stadium. The start of the weekend is upon us. It's Friday evening baseball on the show. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. And on the hill for the Dodgers, Emmett Sheehan. What do you have on him?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
Coming up on the first pitch, here's Nico Hoerner. And that's how he gets started here in Los Angeles. Right through there for a strike.
Now just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
Got him. Now one away.
Second, third baseman, Alex Bregman.
Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Here's Alex Bregman.
Ball.
The 1-0. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. 2 down.
Batting third, left fielder, Ian Happ.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Ian Happ. Former first-round pick out of the University of Cincinnati. Grew up in Pittsburgh.
Ball one. Nope, that's off the plate. Ball two.
Two down, nobody on. Happ
That's
lays
a ball.
off. Seiya Suzuki waiting to hit for the Cubs. And a foul ball. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And that's outside. It is ball four, and he's on base. And that's an 8-pitch walk. He really made the pitcher work for that one. Runner at first with 2 away. Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. That one ripped, but foul. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there, it's got a chance. And that one is off the wall. Happ on his way home. He'll score easily, and it's 1-0.
He went up there and got it with 2 strikes. I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there, coming back in that at bat.
So runner at second, 2 down. Michael Busch digs in now.
Ball, that's outside.
Suzuki stands at second with 2 gone. Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a miss. Good job at damage control right there. Cubs pick up a run on the RBI double. It's now 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Pitching for the Cubs in this one, Jameson Taillon. What do we have on him?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. That one hammered center field, way back there. And it is gone! A solo shot. And it ties it up. It's 1-1. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Here's Kyle Tucker. And that skips into dirt.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
The 1-0. And that is out of play.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
That's in there. And it's 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Got him looking for the K. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Finding themselves down a run early, they'd like to punch back here with a run of their own.
Absolutely, Boog, but I don't expect them to change their approach because of that run. They still want to put together strong at-bats. Be patient out there and get a feel for this starting pitcher.
Andy Pajes now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Taillon, a guy that really fills up the strike zone, rarely walks people. The downside is the home run ball more likely in play. And there's a foul ball. Tied up here in the early going.
Nope.
Well, pitchers like this usually work down in the zone a lot, but these days, with all the uppercut swings most hitters are taking to elevate the ball, pitchers almost have to be effective up in the zone with hard stuff. So maybe that's one area he can improve in his game to try to combat that long ball.
Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. Check swing called strike. That's strike 1. As a hitter, does knowing that this guy's going to be in the zone, does that make you more aggressive?
Kind of, but you still have to stay on that backside. You've got to make sure you get pitch recognition and let your hands work.
Fought off foul. Did you ever really need a cue to be more aggressive?
No, I never did, especially when it comes to messing with you.
Wow. And Freddie takes the K. Just one hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. All even now at 1-1. Back here in LA, and here comes Dansby Swanson. Fouled off left side. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Swing and a miss as he was out front. Gets to it on to first. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout.
Kind of muffed that strikeout pitch right there. I'm not sure if he got crossed up or tied up, but either way, good composure to recover and finish the out at first. That's a play you could easily panicked on and throw into right field.
Now it's the DH, Moises Ballesteros. He's a catcher by trade, but the DH here in this one.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
First pitch misses. Gary Simmons, our plate umpire today, sort of has a reputation as a pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, a little bit of a wider zone than most, I'd say. And a wide zone can be tough to deal with as a hitter because you have to start expanding what you're looking for, covering both sides, and with the stuff pitchers have today, you're just not going to have a lot of success.
The 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. And a 1-2. On the ground, right side. And he takes it himself for the out.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there. Just rolled over it. Got the ground ball.
2 down, base is empty. And now it's Miguel Amaya. That one finds the zone. Strike one. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
2 down, nobody on. Struck him out swinging. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. We go to the bottom of the second. Tied 1 apiece. Bottom of the inning, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Teoscar Hernandez. Fouled off. He was late. Here comes the 0-1.
Ball.
Tyone, the tall righty, 230 pounds, a former first-round pick back in 2010. Outside low, 2-1. That one fouled off. Gets a piece and stays alive. Crushed left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. He sends it out of here, and they jump ahead in the second. It's 2-1.
He's bringing the thunder in a rainstorm. How in the world did he manage to hit that pitch out? Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Here's Max Muncy. One fun note on Max Muncy in 2025. He added glasses to his equipment. Muncy, who debuted glasses on April 30th and homered in his first at-bat wearing them against Cal Quantrill. The 1-0.
So you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
Right through there for a strike. And that one almost hit him. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now it's 3-2, and this is a good example of the type of at-bat that Muncy can deliver. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Sets him down on strikes. And that's 4 strikeouts. Muncy wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And the strike call will stand. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. So up next, Dalton rushing.
Hey!
Hammered down the right side, but foul. The 0-2. Fly ball down the line. And that one is foul, so we'll try it again.
Wow, he got away with a mistake right there.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That's hard hit on the line. And there are 2 outs.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up he'll find a hole.
Hesung Kim now at the plate. That one pushed foul. In the air to left center. He's got it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Solo shot for the Dodgers this inning. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. Back here at Dodger Stadium, stepping in, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
High fly ball down the left field line. Doesn't have enough.
That ball's foul.
Here's a 1-1. Ripped to right. And that should be extra bases. It's a leadoff double to start the 3rd.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Nico Horner will come up to hit.
Yeah!
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to lay off.
Stays alive. Man at second. Swings through it for the K. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's 1 away. Dangerous hitter at the plate in Alex Bregman. He's 0 for 1. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Pickoff move to second. Crow
Safe.
Armstrong dives back in safely. And the 1-0. In the air, left field. Hernandez ranging after it. Makes a nice running catch. And there's 2 away. And he's up to third safely with 2 gone.
Up next for the Cubs,
And here's a look at
left
how
fielder,
he's
Ian
using his
Happ.
pitches in this one. Ian Happ up to hit. He walked and came around to score his first time up. That's
Ball,
off the
that's out.
mark. Ball 1. Runner at third, 2 away. Breaking ball through there for a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
That one almost got him. Out towards right center field. Tucker settles underneath it. And that's the 3rd out. 1 left for the Cubs. They're down 2-1. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Miguel Rojas. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. High bounce takes it over the fence for an automatic double.
The automatic double kind of feels like enjoying cruise control in your car, bro. You don't need to keep the pedal down as you cruise into second base. Just no worries in the world. You know what? He put a really good swing on that one.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Here's Ohtani. Rojas leads off second with nobody out. That's a ball.
Outside.
Tried the sweeper.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
And it's even up. Good job to fight that one off. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Well, that's pretty much the dream 2-strike curveball. If you're the pitcher, hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
So now with 1 away and a man at second. And now the right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout. In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
And a 2-1 on the way. Tap foul at the plate. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. That one lifted to left. Pat turns to the right on the move. But it bounces off his glove. And that's a foul ball. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. That one is absolutely belted. That's got a chance. Gone. He'll touch them all. And they add on. It's 4-1. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. Gave it a great effort, but you know those plays are so tough to pull off. I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
Andy Pappas, the next to hit. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Foul ball there.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Yoan. Swing and a foul out of play. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Ball 1.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
And that one way outside. And the count's even at 2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Fights it off. He'll see another. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. This one belted deep left field. On its way. Gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add to their lead. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boo. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it, and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ballpark.
Next to the dish is Freddie. He struck out swinging at his first at-bat. Ripped, but it curls foul. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And that's got extra bases written all over it. He's in at second with a 1-out double.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
One out, runner at second. Here's Teoscar Hernandez.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
In the air, right field. Suzuki under this one. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Dodgers, third baseman, Max Muncy.
And now it's Max Muncy. Struck out looking at his first at bat. Well, Chris,
No,
through the early
inside.
stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Man on second, 2 down. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Just missed. And a payoff pitch. And ball 4, 2 aboard. First and second, 2 outs. Dalton Rushing will hit next. 0 for 1 so far. There's the strike.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
First and second, 2 down. Here in the last half of the third. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam.
An at-bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Yeah, that's a little bit high. And the count 1-2. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good. Oh, now this one gets well at the plate. So on the wild pitch, 2 guys advance.
He just hasn't had it in this one, been fighting himself out there, and that's just another example of it. We'll see if he can find it at all while he's still out there.
Two on, 2 outs. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Gets a piece and stays alive. Freeman, the runner at third. Muncy on at second with 2 down. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Off the mark there.
Ball 3.
Full countdown. Hesung Kim up next for the Dodgers. Payoff pitch. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Payoff pitch. Stays alive.
In an era with a lot of swing and miss and strikeouts, you got to love an at-bat like this. No one giving in.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Diving, makes the grab. What a play.
One of the most fun and exciting things you can do as an outfielder. You lay out, you make a diving catch, and you end the inning. That gets the team fired up in the dugout.
As we go to the top of the 4th. So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Seiya Suzuki. It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking on these pitchers, and they won't be able to keep their arms warm forever if it's a long break, and going to have to exit this game a little early.
That misses the zone. 3 balls, no strikes. That one at the knees for a strike. Sliced hard but foul. Payoff pitch. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Michael Busch getting ready to hit.
That's a ball.
The 1-0. Swing and a foul straight back. The Dodgers leading by 4. Top half of inning number 4. In the air, left field, and that's a fair ball. Headed for the plate. Relay throw home. He will score. 3-run game. It's 5-2.
Well, that gets them a little closer in this one. Nice job going the opposite way with it, letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside part of the plate, and he approached it perfectly.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Dansby Swanson stands in. He's 0 for 1.
That's outside.
Man at second. Swing and a miss. And the count even at 1. In there at the knees.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
And down on strikes he goes. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. And next is the designated hitter, Moises Ballesteros. Grounded out his first time up.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. That's a base hit. And it'll be runners at second and third, only 1 away.
I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Now the Cubs catcher, Miguel Amaya. And he takes a strike. Busch at third. Ballesteros over at second with 1 down. Oh, 2 now. On the ground to the left.
No, that's
and foul ball. 2 on, 1 out. On the ground out to short. Tosses to first. Now 2 away as they get a run across.
Up next for the Cubs, center fielder Pete Crow Armstrong.
And up next for Chicago, Pete Crow Armstrong. Doubled his first time up. That one in the dirt and gets away. Throw into third. Tag.
No.
He's into third on a wild pitch.
Well, that right there can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball's gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it because you're already in scoring position. Well, he was sure there, and now he's only 90 feet away from scoring. Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Here's a 2-0. And the slider just misses.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. So here's Horner now, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Misses again, 5 in a row. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Lake Trinan, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Scott, the lefty, warming up as well. Two on, 2 outs.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count. Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
The 2-1. And a big swing and a miss. This one in the air, center field. Pajes on his way over, and that's the 3rd out. And midway in the 4th, it's the Dodgers 5 and the Cubs 3.
Now pitching for the Cubs.
Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the 4th. Ryan Rollison.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. Hesung Kim fly to left his first time. And that misses. And it's 1-0.
You know, these Dodgers doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Strike 2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Rojas in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1.
Hey!
He swings and fouls one off.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Battling here as he fouls it away.
He hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this pitcher.
And that's just foul. The 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. next offering upstairs.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
In the dirt, full count now. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter, and I'm so glad I'm retired.
Ohtani stands in now and watches strike 1. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Sets him down looking, and he strikes out the side here in the 4th. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Cubs 3.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Blake Trinan.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Now it's Alex Bregman. Trinan, a righty that throws with power, 37 years young, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Kansas.
Ball.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Up the middle. Rojas with the throw to first. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. So digging in, Ian Happ. And that skips in the dirt. The Cubs down by a pair, and we're at the top of the 5th.
Ball, that's low.
In the air, left field. Hernandez moving under this one. 2 up, 2 down.
Up next for the Cubs, right fielder Seiya Suzuki.
Seiya Suzuki now at the plate. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field. Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Check swing, but he went too far. Going to count 1 and 2. Two down, nobody on. That misses the zone. Now 2 and 2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Strike 3, got him with the sweeper. Cubs are down quietly. They're still down 5-3. Back here at Chavez Ravine, the spray chart shows us an impressive power display from this lineup. 4 homers so far.
The distance on these is what stands out to me, Boog. Every one of those home runs has gone at least 400 feet. The batter's box is a launching pad.
That's in for a strike.
You know, these Dodgers really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Man aboard on the leadoff single. At the plate, Andy Pajes.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at-bat.
Nope, that's a ball.
The lefty, the 1-0.
Hey!
And that one fouled off. Tucker aboard here at first with nobody out. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And the count now even up. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. In the dirt. And a payoff pitch. Fights it off, you'll see another. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. So a walk
that pitch is up.
puts runners at first and second.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's gonna have to buckle down right here.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Suzuki should have this one. He's there. He's got it. Runner tags at second.
Good read there at second base to move up to third. Now it's a lot easier to get that run in with one away.
And here comes Teoscar Hernandez for a critical at bat. He's already homered in this game. This one in the air, center field. He makes the grab. Runner tags from third. Play it home. He is safe. And they're up by 3.
That play really shows how important it is to hit the cutoff man. Looked like he tried to throw through and get the runner at home, but it backfired, and it ended up costing them a run. I remember my rookie year overthrowing a cutoff man. Didn't last long before I was pulled aside by a veteran pitcher. He had a talk with me. I don't know if I ever missed a cutoff man again.
Max Muncy at the dish. He is struck out, and he is walked. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. So a run on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 5 innings complete. It's the Dodgers 6 and the Cubs 3. Back in the ballpark, let's take a look at some of the moments that stand out to us.
pitching for the Dodgers.
Now on the bump, Edgardo Henriquez. He last pitched 2 days ago. Michael Busch getting ready to hit.
Yeah!
Here comes the 0-1. Swinging a foul straight back. Here's the 0-2. And a swing and a miss. One away.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there. And it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Swanson digs in. Right through there for a strike. The Cubbies trailing by 3, and we're the top half of the 6th. Swing, and the bat went flying there.
Well, we talk about throwing the hands, but not the bat, man. You want to hold on to that thing, and you can see his teammates over there. If he doesn't come through with the knock, he's going to get some business when he goes back to the dugout.
Here's a 1-2.
That was
that's down.
Absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
That one just
that's
misses.
inside.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Battling here as he fouls it away. 3-2. Payoff pitch. Slice to right.
That ball's foul.
Foul ball. 3-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Got him looking for the strikeout. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Ballesteros in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. 2 down, nobody on. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side.
Nope. That's ball 2.
That one drifts inside.
Good location, good take. Sometimes you want the hitter to prove he can lay off that pitch.
Hit in the air, center field. Pajes on the move, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs, and can't cut into that 6-3 deficit.
Now pitching for the Cubs.
Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Riley Martin. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Digging in, Dalton Rushing.
And remember, he was absolutely robbed of a base hit last time up.
Popped in the air, left field. Happ has a beat on it, and a quick out, number 1.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Up next for the Dodgers, shortstop.
And now the shortstop, Hesung Kim. Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Caleb Thielbar, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Webb warming up as well. Foul ball. The lefty ready, and a 1-1. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
Well, looked like a pretty routine play. Just couldn't get it to stick in the glove as he gets tagged with the error. Should have been 2 outs in the inning, but now they have to work around it and get 2 more.
Miguel Rojas at the plate, 1 for 2. Kim, the base runner at first with 1 out. And it's fouled away. The 0-2.
Ball. That's inside.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Man at first, 1 away. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. 2 gone.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
Ohtani in the box now. No balls and a strike. Down the right field line. That's a base hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second. And now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Up next,
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. His 2-run homer back into third was an important swing of the bat in this one.
Yeah, there's no doubt he helped set the tone fairly early, and certainly part of the reason why they've got the lead right now.
Hey! Ball down.
The Dodgers trying to break this one open here in the bottom of the 6th. And a foul ball. Stays alive. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Went with the sweeper, but it misses. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Dodgers strand a couple as they're unable to add to their 6-3 lead. We go to the top of the 7th. Now the Cubs catcher, Miguel Amaya.
Hey!
That clips the corner.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball. 0-2 count. You got the opportunity to expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. That K is his third of the game. So up next for Chicago, Pete Crow Armstrong. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
Aye!
Right there for a strike.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Nope, foul ball.
The Dodgers leading by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7. Inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
There's a line drive to left field. That's a hit. And now the lineup turns over with 1 away.
Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Next to hit, Nico Horner. Runner on the go. Throw bounces, and he's in there safely with the stolen base. Man at second.
Hey!
Pitch is in there. And the count 1-2. Now this one gets away from the catcher. Runner on third after the stolen base, even with the dropped strike 3.
Well, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Edgardo Henriquez won't go any further tonight. And he leaves a runner in third, so we'll see how the next pitcher deals with that when we get back. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Alex Vesia. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. And in this critical spot, up steps Alex Bregman. 0 for 3 in this one. Vesia, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. This one in the air right field. Tucker really on his horse for it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Cubs leave 1 and they're still doubled up. It's 6-3. Back here in LA, set for the last half of the 7th, Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. Swings through that one out in front that time. Hit in the air right field. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. And the leadoff man aboard.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
So now it's Freddie Freeman.
Ball that's outside.
Runner takes off, and there's a foul ball. Pajes gets his lead at first with nobody out.
Ball! That pitch is out.
Lined into right. And there's one away.
Up next for the Dodgers, left fielder, Teoscar.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. He launched a solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
That one finds the zone. That's strike one. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Step off throw to first. Pajes back in on a dive. Muncy
outside,
stands
that's a
in
ball.
with 2 away as he takes a ball. That's
Ball,
a ball.
that's off the
Tried
plate.
to attack with the sweeper.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
And there's a ball.
3.
And ball
No,
4,
ball
2
4.
aboard.
Oh, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
So up next, Dalton rushing. Out towards right center field. Crow Armstrong on the move to the gap. He's got it, and that will end the inning. No runs, a hit, 2 left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Dodgers 6 and the Cubs 3. Back here at Dodger Stadium, we go to the 8th. Ian Happ digs in now.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
That's a ball.
Vesia goes 6'1". He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup. That one's in there. That's strike 2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now the Cubs 4-hole hitter, Seiya Suzuki. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. And he grounds one to the right side. And that one finds its way through. And that's a 1-out single.
Up next for the Cubs.
So digging in, Michael Busch.
struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Now one missed. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. So they get to hang on to their second challenge.
Oh, that's low.
And that's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Back-to-back base hits, and maybe they've got something going here, trying to get back into this one.
And now it's Dansby Swanson. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. And
that's
ball 1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
The Cubs with the tying run at the plate, and we're at the top of the 8th. That clips the inside corner for a strike. Line shot into the gap, should score at least 1. Runner around third. 1 runs in. Here comes the runner. Now a relay to the plate. Safe. He beats it. And they trail by 1.
Big swing of the bat right there. Just clutch hitting to get him back within 1. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Alex Vesia will depart, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. Will Klein gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Pretty big spot he's coming into, trying to strand that runner at second base, so he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to use it.
Moises Ballesteros, the next Cub to hit. 1 for 3. Swings and misses. And that's strike 1. Swanson over at second, 1 down. And that skips into dirt. The 1-1. He's trying for third. Pitching for a strike. Throw to third, and he's in there easily. And the tying run is now only 90 feet away.
In this game, you got to take what the other team is giving you. And right there, they were giving him a steal of third base. Didn't check his lead. Catcher doesn't throw very well. So you got to take that back. Get your team that much closer to scoring a run.
This one in the air right field. Oh, he misses it. It drops. Runner from third in to score. Tie game here in the 8th.
Gets it done to drive in the run and tie it back up. Really important at bat coming up now.
So the go-ahead run is into scoring position. Miguel Amaya, the next to hit. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Definitely a strikeout situation right here. Lots of ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play. Here's a sac fly situation, and he's got to make sure he gets the ball out over the plate and get those arms extended. They're trying to crowd him with the infield in. Be a big pickoff if he can push a run across.
Nice Next curveball for a strike. Next pitch misses way outside.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
The 2-2. In the air out towards right center. Brings it in. Here comes the runner from third. The relay to the plate. Not in time. He beat it, and they've got the lead.
No, this is a big at-bat right here. Nice sac fly to give his team the lead in these late innings.
Here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. First pitch, and he has to get out of the way. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Alberto Sanchez, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. Scott, the left-hander, also throwing. And that one fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Rips that one to right. And that is that. 4 runs in the inning, and they've jumped in front. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Cubs 7 and the Dodgers 6. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Corbin Martin. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. Hesung Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And there's a strike. Movement in the bullpen. Juan Ramos, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. Looking to get the tying run on base.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. Kim wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball, and the strike is overturned after review. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Lifted in the air, right center field. One away. Here's the second baseman, Miguel Rojas. And now the 0-1. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Too high. Ball.
The Cubbies trying to hold a 1-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 1-2.
That's a really good take.
That one is absolutely belted. And this one could be extra bases. Makes the turn. He's digging for second, as the tying run is forced to stop at second. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
So the tying run in scoring position now. Here's Shohei Ohtani. Ground ball right side, and that chance handled. Throws to first in time. Fine play in the hole for the out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
And now a very big at bat for Kyle Tucker. He's already homered here in this one. Trying to check his swing. Appeal to third. And he won around. Just enough that time. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. The tying run is 90 feet away. Hit hard but foul off to the left. That's off the inside corner, and the count 1-2.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
That's down.
And that one is downstairs. Ball 2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Play made. That ends the inning. A double in the inning, but they leave him stranded through 8 full. It's the Cubs 7 and the Dodgers 6. We go to the 9th. Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Nico Horner.
Inside,
the Dodgers bullpen with some action. Jack Dreyer looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Hit on the ground to short. Kim. And they get the leadoff man in the 9th.
Up next for the Cubs, third baseman Alex Bregman.
And now it's Alex Bregman.
Hey!
1-run game here in the top of the 9th. That one fouled off. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 2 away.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Will Klein gives way, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming up. We'll be back in a minute. Pitching change here, Tanner Scott.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Two outs, base is empty. Ian Happ, the next Cub to hit. A switch hitter batting right.
What he's looking for there, the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Out towards right center field. Pajes on the move to the alley. And that is that. Nothing happening there for the Cubs as they still lead by 1. It's 7-6.
Now pitching for the Cubs.
Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Juan Ramos. A chance at his first save of the year. Three, 4, 5 due up for the home team. Leading off, Andy Pajes. Have to say, he's one of the most impressive young players I've seen in recent years.
Well, no question about it. His future is very bright. The city, the organization, both are excited about him. He has a lot to look forward to.
0-1 down. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. When you think about it, he may be in the league for the next 10 or 15 years. High fly ball, right field. Suzuki settles under it. And there's one down. That's a big first out right there, and that changes things.
Yeah, you can kind of see how just the hope and optimism is shrunk a little bit, but they got a couple more outs to work with. They got to find a way to get a runner on and get one around the bases.
Freeman, batting with one down, takes a strike. He'll challenge, thought that was a ball. And that one did miss. And the strike is overturned. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. The 1-0.
Not showing great command so far in this at bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here or this could get ugly.
Good hitters count the 2-0. In the air, right field. Suzuki on his way over. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Dodgers, left fielder, Teoscar.
So it's their last chance in this one. Now it's going to be Teoscar Hernandez. Ramos looking for his first save of the year.
Yep, that ball went out.
2 down, nobody on. And the home team trying to pull it out.
Hey!
That one lifted to left. Hat gets under it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game.
Nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win, Boo. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.